Janeen is in charge of the upcoming Putt and Pub Crawl. And Janeen, I'm not even going to try and say your last name because I know I'll butcher it, and that's just me.
I practiced it, but I was like, oh.
All right.
So go ahead, say it.
It's Janeen Paulauskis, but Janeen is fine.
Now, Janeen, before we get to the events that Kim's going to ask you about, you were also worked for the town at one point, didn't you?
I sure did. I started the town probably just about a year after incorporation, and I was there for 10 years.
You're the finance director or something. You were in charge of all the Monet.
I was.
Well, that had to be a fun time for the beach because it was all brand new, and they were all. Was the town hall? It couldn't have been the town hall the way it is now. Back in the beginning,
it's not the way it was. It's still the same location as the old Bank of America building back then. So we shared it with the Bank of America space. And it was a great time. There was only 5 employees, I think 4 or 5 of us at the time. So 23 years ago, and met some of my best friends
So you know Anita and Ray from back in the day.
I sure do. I sure do. They're great mentors, actually. They've taught me a lot.
Super cool.
Personally and professionally.
Awesome. All right, dear. So let's talk about the Putt and Pub Crawl. You're in charge.
You want to start with that one? Well, I think... Yes. Well, I know you have a lot to talk about, but tell us a little bit about, besides the finance thing you've done a lot of things event-wise, and you've had a lot of volunteer experience and job experience. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
So as I mentioned, I've been on the beach for 23 years and enjoy doing events. And so when I worked for the town, I started the Fort Myers Beach Film Festival under the town manager. She was looking for something to do that was a town event. So film festival came to her mind, and I love movies. So I said, hey, let me in.
Right.
And we're starting our 14th year this year. It's really should be the 18th, but we took a little bit of a break. So it's our 14th year. We bring filmmakers internationally. Last year, we went to become an international film festival. So I've been doing events, helping out with events and volunteering a lot on the beach. So this past summer, I decided to start my own event planning company. I worked at Fishtail Marina and did their events and marketing for 5 years, and kind of really made me decide I really want to do events and marketing for full time and try it out. So
you just started in June then, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I just started. It's a lot of fun. It's a new thing working by yourself and working from home. That can be, but I have a great support team. One of my clients is the Chamber of Commerce. And so Jackie has been amazing in helping me getting my business started and helping me focus. And
she is amazing.
She is. I spend a lot of time in the chamber office working for the chamber, doing their events as well as my own, making great connections.
Great. So, all right. So the first thing coming up is the Putt and Pub Crawl.
I feel like an entertainment rates reporter today for some reason. I feel like, I'm bringing all the good stuff today.
Well, good. We're glad to hear about it.
I know, right? So the first one we have coming up is the Putt and Pub Crawl, sponsored by the Women's Club. And forgive me for my notes, but I have so much to tell you that I want to make sure I have everything.
Totally fine.
Great.
Because these are my notes. And so that's it.
Yours are hidden.
My back is a little sore. So I'm not hiding anything back here because, you'd be surprised we get accused of some crazy stuff, but I'm not hiding anything back here. I'm supporting my back.
She's not hiding anything.
So go ahead.
Okay, so the Putt and Pub, it's their 10th annual Putt and Pub Crawl. It started by Larry and Paula Kiker to give back to the community. And last year they turned it over to the Women's Club and the Chamber, the Women's Club, to help support the not-for-profits in the area locally here in Fort Myers Beach. So it's really exciting. It sells out every year. So registrations are open now. It's January 18th. So it's coming up quickly.
Yeah.
And teams, it's a wacky fun. A day, it starts at 10 a.m. in the morning and it goes all the way until about 7 o'clock at night. And teams will visit 9 holes. It'll start off at Nervous Nellie's. At 10 in the morning for registration, breakfast, and a chipping hole. They can participate, and then it's off to the races. They go to each participating restaurant. It's a walking tour, so they're going to walk around to the restaurants in this area, in the downtown area, and play some golf, have some drink specials.
Yeah. We've seen. When we first started coming to the beach, that was one of the things we first saw, and people looked like they were having a whole lot of fun. Now, when they start, do all the teams start at the same first hole, or do they sort of stagger around?
So everybody registers.
They stagger around.
They do stagger. They will. They will be. By the end of the day, they're definitely staggering. They start at Nervous Nellies to register, and then they head off from there. And they have to visit each of the 9 holes in order to win one of the prizes.
But they can go in
they can go in any order, and sometimes they team up and they meet their friends at each other's holes, or but it is so much fun, and there's so much laughter. There are 9 not-for-profits that benefit from the event. And last year, the film festival was one of the whole sponsors, and again this year, that benefited from it. It was my first time doing it, and it was wackiness the entire day. The first time, I was a little nervous. The first team came up, and I was very official. And the Yucatan, I worked with Yucatan, and their manager was like, "Okay, it's fun," and I was like, "All right." I was a little nervous. But no, it was great.
And people dress up.
They dress up, and they laugh. They're looking to get the best score or the worst score.
Okay.
We have prizes for best team, best team name, best costume, and then of course, overall winners.
So businesses donate stuff for you to giveaways, and
definitely, and the 9 restaurants, and I'm going to name them in a minute, and I'm going to look because I don't want to miss anybody, because that would really be awful. But the not-for-profits, they raffle off gift baskets. So as each team comes to their restaurant and to their hole, they are doing their best to sell those raffle tickets to make money, which goes back to the community. And this is a community event. So come out and support, even buy raffle tickets. If you happen to be in one of the restaurants and you see that it's going on, buy some raffle tickets and help support this event.
And you might win something.
And you'll win some great prizes. They are amazing. They all try to outdo each other.
Is Reed from the SOB part of this?
SOB is not part of it.
Okay, good, because he cheats anyway, so I'm glad he's not in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Thank you. That's good to know. In event
contest,
planning, that's good to know.
He's good to know.
I'm going to get hate
By the
emails
way,
from thank you, Ed. I know.
Ray Murphy says hi. He's watching on the big screen
hi,
at home.
Ray. Yeah, I hope he's very kind to me.
Oh, he will be.
Knowing
He's
him
kind to
this
everybody.
long. Oh, there'll be some sarcasm coming from him.
Oh,
shortly.
wait, do tell.
No. Since you mentioned the restaurants, I will tell you that Nervous Nellies, Pete's Time Out, very own Pete's Time Out today, Mango Rita's, Matanzas, La Ola, Pierside, The Whale, Salty Crab, Placa, and Yucatan are the restaurants that are sponsoring it this year.
And they get a prize for the best hole, right? They create a hole and they get a prize too.
They do. There's a best. And they come up with the best innovative holes and have a lot of fun.
Is it basically the honor system? Because, do you get one shot at each hole, or is there a judge there making sure?
And actually, the restaurant is charged with being honest. It's important because people do take it seriously. Even though it's a lot of fun, they do take it seriously. They want that coveted best of.
And there was a huge prize last year, too, wasn't there?
They do. There's a lot of great prizes coming in. So,
by the way, do you have any tattoos?
Do I have a tattoo?
Yeah.
I do.
Well, what is it? What does it mean? What is the tattoo?
I have a heart tattoo.
Oh, it's tiny.
It's very tiny.
Yeah.
But it's a start.
I'm sure it has super meaning. Well, the lady before you was.
I saw her sleeve, and I was like, oh, that's a great one.
She's a tattoo artist.
I know.
Yeah.
She is great.
If you
I know they do take the putt seriously, because I remember when we were down here, and I think it was Peter was out there really making sure.
Oh yeah, he was so intense.
Yeah.
He pushed the chairs out of the way. My chair was out a little too far for the show, and he pushed the chair out of the way. But he came over today and said they're building a new hole, so something secret's going on.
There are actually quite a few that are building new holes. There's somebody else that's building a new hole, so they are, and the best part about it is someone did not have a hole. Mango Rita's is a new sponsor this year, and they didn't have a hole. So one of the other restaurants is giving them their old hole so that they can work on it and start. So
very nice. It's one big happy family here.
I know, right? It's so important.
We've been welcomed with open arms.
Exactly. So let's see what else. I want to make sure I hit everything. It's important to mention that the Alliance for Not-for-Profits is instrumental in doing this. The Alliance for Not-for-Profits, and I want everybody to know this, is all the not-for-profits through the Women's Club got together, and they're working as a team. Everybody's trying to raise money. We're a small island. Everybody's trying to raise funds to support each other. So sometimes it can be hard when you have 2 events or 3 events the same weekend.
Right.
There's a lot of donations that come, that you're asking the community to support, and funds. So the Alliance works together with a calendar. Nobody's competing on the same nights. They do their best. So those that are in the Putt and Pub Crawl, those not-for-profits, are part of the Alliance for Not-for-Profits.
So, Janeen, during the slower months on the beach, when it's not season and it's really slow, don't you think that if organizations like yours or others that created specific events for the beach, people from Fort Myers and different areas would come down and spend more money down here? I think the beach could use some creative events during the slow times to help bring business down here.
And actually that does occur quite a bit. The Putt and Pub Crawl, even though it's in January, it's still a slower time. People are still starting to come back. It's busy, I know, right now because of the holiday that just is ending. We'll slow down a bit for the next week a little bit, and then pick up again the end of January. So Putt and Pub Crawl is falling right in between that. It's a perfect time, and restaurants don't mind giving up some of their space, which is so important. And then the film festival is in April. It's always after Easter. So it's at the end of April. That's another event. We just had the offshore boat races in October.
Yeah.
Another slow time.
What do you think about a kids obstacle course race?
I think that would be amazing.
Right on the beach. Get all the kids out there and the parents cheering them on. And I'll get out there with the bullhorn and raise money for what the hell else? We'll raise money for something. Who cares? Just raise money.
We're going to come up with something together.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for the kids to get out there and exercise. And besides, they're always on their phones and looking on their devices, and they need to get out and exercise more.
All of the events that I work with, I try to incorporate something for the kids and Beach Elementary specifically because I believe in that. I think that the kids do need to get off their phones.
Yeah.
I think that they do need to they need to enjoy. We are on the beach. I'm from Chicago originally. I would give anything to be. First of all, I was never home. My parents had me out playing.
Well, let's do that. You don't need to pay me for anything.
Okay,
I'll just consult for free.
She wasn't offering
I wasn't going to pay
I just want to make you have to have an upfront contract on things. I don't expect anything in return. I just like to see the smiling faces of the kids.
I agree 100%. I really do. And to get them off their phones.
Yes. So you have other events that you have going on.
Okay.
Please share.
For the Putt and Pub Crawl, you want to visit fortmyersbeach.org. The Chamber's taking registrations for the Women's Club. So make sure you do that. And again, it does sell out every year. So we're just 2 weeks away. So get your team's ready and get your costumes ready and be ready for a lot of fun.
And there's only a certain number of people you take, right? It's not endless.
It's not endless. No.
Well, yeah.
Could you imagine? We do
It's
our
crazy.
best.
For 3 days.
Yeah, no, it's a full day event, and it ends up here in Old San Carlos at 4:30. I believe that's the address of San Carlos in the lot. John Richard donates it to us, so we'll have music, a barbecue, and the award ceremony.
John Richard's such a good egg.
He is a good egg, definitely. So then the next event I have is January 30th, and it is the Fort Myers Beach Friends of the Arts Annual Winter Concert Series. This is our 7th year, I believe, in doing the concert series at Fishtail Marina.
Oh, okay.
It started out very small in the Propeller Lounge, which was one of the boat barns. We moved it outdoors, right on the water. And so last year we topped our numbers at 500 people coming to our concerts.
Wow.
Outside on the water at Fishtail. You can't ask for anything better. January 30th is the Turnstiles. It's a Billy Joel tribute band that is backed by request. The man is amazing that comes and performs. He brings his piano. He's up on stage. He is entertaining. And it's something for the South End. So, again, we're incorporating both the North and South ends of the island in what we do.
So you're trying to do things mostly for the beach, or are you doing them elsewhere, too?
I stick to the beach. I have a client, an art house, Nini's Art House in Fort Myers that I'm working with right now. But, the beach is in my heart. And so I try to promote as much as I can here on the beach.
And you're busy.
A little bit, yeah.
Cool.
A little bit. A little bit.
Now, where can people get tickets for that concert?
So for the concerts, and there are 3 concerts throughout the season. So there's one January, February, and March, and all the tickets can be found on fmbarts.org. So check it out.
Can a lot of people buy 1 or 2
you can buy
or 3?
We do. And a lot of people buy them in bulk because they'll come with their friends, and there's a cash bar, which is always important at a concert. And then Fishtail Restaurant also will do specials for the concerts because it's right there. So
Sweet.
Yeah.
So if people want to organize an event, how they can get in touch with you if they need help?
They absolutely, definitely give me a call. I'm happy to help. And the word of mouth is, people call me and say, I know that this is what you're doing now. We'd love for you to help us. And I do. I really enjoy it. It's something.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not always for free, but most of the
Well,
time
no,
I
didn't mean it. There
to
should
be
be
honest,
for free.
yeah, I
You need
do
to be
have
paid.
a lot of not-for-profits that I work with and do the events for free because the beach is home and I love what's happening. Some of it's I don't love, but
what is it, the part that you don't love?
don't like the controversy stuff that's going on. I think we're one big community, and we need to work together to bring back, the heart of the beach.
Did you mean the
I'm not going to
Margaritaville
go.
thing?
I'm not going to go into any
All right.
details, but I do want our community to be back whole and happy again, and work together as residents and businesses.
I
Yes.
know. I got to pro it and prod and prick and prod.
That's okay. I can float away from it really easily.
Yeah.
I've been
And
at
I'm
this
not
a
gonna
long
push
time.
you, but I think I
No.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, so then the next
Oh, we
event
got
coming
more.
up- We have four
there's-
events in
there's
January.
four. Oh, wow.
I mean, there are I sunk him. I feel like an entertainment reporter. The Fort Myers Beach Community Foundation is having their 10th anniversary celebration this year. They are celebrating. They started off as the Pilots Club, and for 25 years, and then 10 years ago. So 35 years, these women have been working so hard to support Fort Myers Beach by giving back to Beach Elementary. They do a butterfly garden at Beach Elementary.
Oh, I love butterfly
I
gardens.
know.
My favorite.
And the women are so committed and dedicated. I'm excited to be working with them on this one, to be honest.
How many different butterflies in the butterfly garden?
I do event planning, not gardening. So
Gardening?
I really couldn't tell you how many
How many different
butterflies.
butterflies are there, dear?
There are a lot, dear. Can you let her
Could you
I'm
just
sorry,
let
I
her
got
do her
floating in the
What's your
butterfly.
favorite butterfly?
Oh, the
monarch?
You're gonna say monarch because that's the easy one.
Yeah, that's the only one
What
he
is it?
knows. The monarch.
I found a dead butterfly in our backyard the other day. It was
dead.
It was
They
dead.
really don't have many, but it's hard to see butterflies down here.
It is. So
It
that's
had
why you
yellow
really.
spots on it. It was black with yellow
Really?
spots.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
probably
love-
a moth, and you don't know the difference. But that's
My
okay.
friends tease me because I live in a butterfly and rainbow world. That's what I
Aw.
choose to believe in.
Yeah.
I think
Butterflies
it's
and
hap-
rainbows.
Isn't that nice?
I interviewed somebody whose name was Rainbow, and she
You
felt
did?
the same way
Did
about
she?
things.
She was
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, no, she was related to somebody in the mafia. She didn't want to know her real name.
Oh,
So
well, that's
She
all
had an
right.
assumed name.
Is this real?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You can't make this up.
Oh my goodness!
moving
All
right along.
I don't even know where to go.
So
back to
segue.
the Community Foundation. So keeping in the spirit of 10 years of supporting the community, they're going with the Woodstock theme this year.
Nice.
Which was a community in itself. You know, Woodstock was all about people who got together and felt their voices weren't being heard.
Was
They
that
wanted
some
to
big
hear some
music event somewhere?
Yeah, it was some big music event
in New York.
Oh,
in New York.
got it.
So that's the theme this year. It's people will be coming in costume.
Where's this going to be?
It's going to be at Diamond Head Resort again,
Sweet.
January 31st. Tickets are on sale through the Community Foundation.
Do you know how much they are?
They're $100 because
Okay.
the money goes back again to the community.
Who's going to be performing?
Joe List is performing this year, the beach
Big Bad
favorite.
Joe.
And
Yeah.
so she has such a great repertoire of music style. So Woodstock is going to fit right in with
That'll
what
be
she has.
perfect.
What are
Yeah.
like some of the songs she sings? Do you know? I know I'm putting you on the spot again.
I don't know because we are creating a special set list for this event, keeping with because there's dancing at the event.
I
so
love dancing.
do you?
I
Then
dance
you
like a
should
butterfly.
come. You should definitely come
Yes.
and participate.
Do you have like a press pass kind of thing? It's a lot of money
I think
for
I
me.
might be able to arrange
Oh,
that
sweet.
for
Yeah,
you.
we can do a
I
live show from
might.
there.
We
We
have
gotta we have to get Joe on to sing a song.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Doesn't
would be
she
a
have
good-
like a band?
She does. She puts
Yeah.
together bands.
Nice.
She has a band, and then she puts together other members as well, depending on her gig. So she's pretty
Sweet.
awesome. We'll have a lot of throwbacks and Woodstock surprises at the
Any
Community
karaoke? Yeah,
Foundation.
because I love karaoke. I
There's
love
no,
getting up.
There's no karaoke
I
at
know.
this event. I'm sorry. You can
Because
dance
it
your
could
heart
get
out.
crazy to doing the karaoke. It's charging people $5 or $10 for the kids to do karaoke. That's just a whole different
we should
story.
do that for
Yeah,
our,
different place.
I don't
yeah.
think it's this
Events.
kind of event.
Is this like a
It's not
dress
that.
up event?
This is a dress up.
Oh.
However, it's a dress up in Woodstock.
Woodstock,
Yes. So
What would you dress up, dear, if you went to a Woodstock event? How would you dress up?
I would definitely have something that was tie-dyed with a peace sign on it.
Yeah, like a fake tattoo. We can go
Maybe.
see our
Yeah,
friends
Bell
down the street.
bottoms. I might have bell
Yeah.
bottoms.
some like think share. It's not, you guys
Yeah.
could be Sunny and Cher.
No, I would get
Wow.
my John Travolta outfit out
That's
and
the
my
easiest.
welcome.
That's so wrong. That's not
Oh,
Woodstock.
sorry.
The 1969 was
Oh.
Woodstock.
I'd get little round glasses.
Sonny and Cher, yeah.
You could be Sunny and Cher.
I'm bald enough.
I'm like thinking that's like that. That might even be the.
I don't get
70s.
dressed up. I don't do the Halloween thing or anything
Then the
like
press
that.
pass
It's
is not available.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so The tickets are at Fort Myers Beach, CF.com. And I'm going to give you guys to post on your Facebook page all of this information.
Sweet.
Because people are not going to be writing it down right now.
They're driving. They're turning the TV off.
No, they're not. Are you kidding me? There's 2,000 people watching right now.
That's right.
2,000.
You know, people watch.
Growing.
I was amazed that I meet people on this beach that say they listen or watch from all these different states. Like I've never heard of. I didn't even know they existed in the United States.
Well,
They're listening
heard of
from
Idaho, and I will tell you, Idaho and Minnesota, and something else. I just looked before.
yeah,
I came
and they're
on.
checking in from all these different places, and it's just craziness. And I don't know what
Look
they're
at you
doing.
go.
I know it's just people should find better things to do with their life than look
because
at
then they wouldn't
us.
find out about the entertainment from
This
me.
is true.
That's right.
Today's
I mean,
a particularly good show with lots of excellent information.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue.
All right. I've got the final one is January 31st at the Mountain House. It's the Fort Myers Beach Chamber annual meeting and board installation. So it's a lot of fun for the business community to come out and either whether members or to become members, but come out and celebrate a night under the stars at the Mound House.
Oh,
So-
that's going to be special because
It
that's
is.
like the highest place on the beach or something.
It is.
or in-
It's the Calusa Burial Mound,
Right.
and it's the highest point on Fort Myers Beach. With
And that's
held-
a dressy event, I'm guessing.
they believe it's business casual.
Okay.
So more information can be found on the chamber website.
Does the beach ever hold an event that's tuxedo and dress? Because it would be totally out of character to have an event like that on a beach.
It is, and I will tell you, back about 15 years ago, when the Fort Myers Beach Film Festival did a gala at Diamond Head, and we did the full red carpet, and everybody dressed, and it was a lot of fun. The next year, we actually had Joe's husband, Mark, and his friends come, and they dressed up in feather boas, and
Wow.
and they were right. You know what? The beach is not a red carpet affair. Maybe once every couple of years, somebody should do it. They did, the Community Foundation last year did Dancing Under the Stars.
Right. That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
What-
so everybody dressed up, and that's okay. But you know what? We're beach people.
Yeah, I
so-
think that
Right.
the upper body tux and then the shorts and the flip flops make
That's
a great
Mhm.
event.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's as far as you should probably go with it.
Well, Janine, I know we had to twist your arm because you had other things going on that you were busy today. So
I
we
was,
appreciate
but
you
no,
breaking
thank you.
your
Yeah, thank
previous
you so
engagement
much.
to come and spend time with her because she can be a real pain in the ass sometimes.
She was
I
not
was
here.
so
The
rough.
last time I was here, Kim was not here. So
I know.
I was with Megan and Danzel.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah. That was a
Yeah.
while ago.
I know. That was during the summer.
Yeah,
I
when
was
she
on
was out in
vacation.
Montana hiking or
Yeah.
I don't know.
someplace.
I don't.
Yeah.
You had
my
her locked
solo
up.
trip.
You had her locked up
Yeah,
somewhere. Is
wait.
what you told me.
Yeah. All right. Well, next 2 weeks from today is the Putt and Pub Crawl, and get yourself registered.
Yeah, definitely, because we're selling out. So
Yeah,
definitely get your teams
awesome.
registered.
And just come on down and watch everybody.
Yeah. Or you can sit here and watch
Putt
them
and putt.
play, and yeah, if you're not a
It's
golfer.
fun to watch the visitors who have no idea what's happening
Right.
to see tutus
Right.
and everything else that people dress
Yes.
up in.
And if you see a crazy Peter out here setting up the hole
Yes.
out here, just step out of his way because he's serious about
Serious.
that. He was
All of the
sweating
restaurants
buckets.
are very serious about it.
Cool. Anything else you want people to know about your company?
Nope, I'm good. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying what I'm doing and working with everybody here on the
Now,
beach
you
again.
part of the women's club?
I am. I'm part of the women's club. They're one of my clients for the Putt and Pub Crawl.
Now, have you heard there are 2 men members of the women's club?
No, I have not heard that.
I'm still digging to try and find out who the 2 men of the women's club are. I cannot find
we'll
out.
have to ask Bob
It
Milligan.
doesn't make sense for it to be a women's club and have men in the women's club.
Well,
It
you know
shouldn't
what?
be
We
called
believe in
that.
equality
People's
for
club.
all. We
That's
believe
right.
in community spirit.
I
So if
believe in
somebody is going
equality
to
for
pay,
all.
if they're going to pay
Oh,
to
that's
join,
what it comes down to. I'll follow the money.
it's
They should
exactly.
call it something else then, but I'm digressing again, dear.
Yes.
You're getting sunburned, by the way.
I am. And you just keep repeating the same.
I need to know who
over
those. I
and
want to
over
interview
again.
those
And I'm
2.
not falling for it.
I
I'm
want to know
not.
who those 2 men are in the women's club. They have to
Well,
be married to a woman, don't you
Use
think?
your investigative journal skills.
Have you asked
Pe-
anybody, or are you
People
just?
on the Facebook say I don't investigate. They don't
That's
do
true.
anything. Because we're not reporters, people.
Yes.
We're not
This is
reporters.
not a
we don't
news
claim to be
show.
reporters. We say we want to
It's an
say, and if you
opinion
don't
show.
like it, then
This
take a hike.
opinion show.
All right.
It's our
And
opinion.
Full of
nobody
information.
should care what our opinion is. That's
and
what
lots
it
of
is.
information.
Lots of good information.
Yes, we try and provide information, but unfortunately, she likes to interrupt a lot, so you can't get it out. Did you get
Please.
everything?
I think I got
Okay,
it all.
great.
And if
Well-
I missed anything, visit Barefoot Event Group on Facebook or any of the organizations that I've mentioned today, and they'll have the information up for you.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so much for
much.
coming
I
by.
appreciate you
Thank
all.
you, Janine.
Thank you.
All right. While you take care of Janine and give her a big hug for the weekend, I'm going to let everybody know about Another one of our cool sponsors. You probably see them out floating out there on the beach. Fort Myers Tiki Tours, 239-887-00.